Today we will analyze such a moment as a leaking toilet. That is, water starts leaking from the tank right here. Well, that is seeping, that is. A new toilet. Everything is fine, but over time, a year or two, it can... And so it starts to seep a little. Why? There are two reasons, and one is easy to deal with well. The second one is also basically easy, but will require, as they say, more effort. So, what do we need to eliminate? First of all, of course, determine what the reason is. To do this, unscrew the button. And we look at the filled tank, so what do we see? So, this way is more convenient. A flow pipe. What is it for? If the intake valve is faulty and it leaks, water fills up and begins to overflow here. Well, to avoid flooding the bathroom, there is a special overflow pipe. And then, if we see that the water has risen and overflows here, we have a problem with the intake valve. So we turn off the water, go to the store, buy and replace it. This, as they say, is a complex moment. The second point, we are shutting off the water again. Now, the second point. If we look, as it is now, yes, that is, water doesn't flow over the emergency pipe. So, our inlet valve is intact. It works, everything is fine. But the water is leaking so. The problem is in the outlet valve. And for this intake valves here are so like this. See, there are such legs here. Well, that it stops, it can be set well. I'll tell you like this, so as not to interfere, yes. The mechanism was further away either. Depending on the configuration of the tank, you can. The text appears to be in Russian. Here's the translation. To put it here on the side so as to search. But that's okay. That such showed that it easily basically removes, and the problem here, in this cuff over time, from cold water, it hardens and begins to leak. So it needs to be, it's easy, see? To remove now on modern ones, it is easily removed. Sometimes there is some kind of the cuff is removed and replaced with this one, which outplays water, this new one. But the old one, hardened it, needs to be replaced. That is, even if you don't have plumbing stores, or there I checked, they are sold in pairs and all that. The only thing, you can use a caliper or ruler. Measure this distance, and that's all that is. You take it off, replace it, and install it in place. They are sold. They come in pairs, as they say, take it. It doesn't hurt. Otherwise, you will not solve the problem itself. Launching. We changed this cuff, checked everything is fine for you. And we just need to put everything in place. And the problem is solved. As you can see, nothing complicated. I remind you, once again, 2 points it could be either the inlet valve does not hold and overflows. Through the overflowed, an overflow gasket of the outlet. Gasket of the outlet valve. Collecting, putting in place problems side to the channel, that's all goodbye.